That's all thanks to Minuteman Press, which is where I work. And I'm very happy for that. And I have so much respect for the Mayhew family. I really, really do. I will have a little bit of relatable material, and I might get into some stuff that might actually even offend people. You might be surprised I would even say that. And, that's fine with me. This is the first time I ever brought notes on stage, because this is the first time I was ever going to talk for this long. So, bear with me. And at times when I'm checking my notes, with Minuteman Press, people ask me where you work, and I say Minuteman Press. I expect to get a lot more heat from that name of that company than what I actually do. I expect a smart-ass comment coming back every time I say I work at Minuteman. And a lot of people don't, for some reason, but maybe that's just my sense of humor. And like at Minuteman Press, it sounds like a move that someone does that can't contain themselves. The Minuteman Press. As soon as it touches something, it's just, So, I know we normally do a Christmas party, and there's usually some kind of summer event. So a little while back, really early, like a couple months ago, before the summer came along, I said to the management, I said, this summer party, if there's a mic around or something, maybe I could do a little bit of comedy. And that'd be cool. And the next day, someone came to me and said, you know what? We're all going to the Parkside. We're flying in a comic, and you're going to open for him. So I said to my buddy, I was like, damn, bro. He was like, yeah, someone already told you? It's Mike Dammer. I was like, who's that? Anyway, so, of course I wasn't, but, life's tough. Everybody's stressing out all the time. Got all these things going on. Well, there's the one thing that's been stressing me out a long time. Even since I was a kid. We're going to make a little transition here. And, you guessed it, Tupperware. No one, except for one person I've heard of, keeps their Tupperware storage area really organized. It's a tough battle amongst a lot of people, and I know you can relate. Tupperware's been stressing me out since I was a kid, not because of the way it was being stored, but when I go in the fridge looking for something, like chip dip or sour cream or like a margarine or something, you had to go through container after container, because when my parents bought that stuff, that got emptied. Next thing you know, it's new Tupperware. So it's got leftovers in it. You open up containers that are furry, green, and shit, and you're like, shove it back in the fridge. I'm not dealing with that. I'm just a kid. I'm like, I almost threw it up. Threw up. Like, freak. And going to school or maybe work, bring your lunch to work. It doesn't have a lid on it. It's covered in saran wrap. You couldn't fucking find the lid. Been there many times. But there was, one time I opened up my Tupperware cupboard, all came out cascading onto the floor. A lid came right out and hit me right in the forehead. It was like there must have been 2 rats in there playing frisbee with it or something. That's the only explanation I have. Craig, the takeout business, they're not helping with that Tupperware situation at all. Those black containers with the clear lids, I got 8 bottoms, 10 lids, none of them fit each other. I'm pretty confident that the lids are shrinking every time I wash them. Like frig. Sorry. Oh, this was fun. The next show was 9/11. Come on. Yeah. Anyways, Do you know why they call it Tupperware? Because everybody's wondering, Tupper, where the fuck is the lid? Hashtag that. I don't know if anybody has ever had a shower curtain that you had to there was a couple rings ripped right off of it. You had to poke the fucking rings through it again because there was a near-death experience you had in the shower. Well, I had one of those recently. Fucking almost wiped out, middle shampoo in my hair. Fucking ripped 3-4 rings out. Fucking bit my tongue. Pulled some muscles in the back of my leg. Fucking the girlfriend was wondering what the hell was going on. Comes in. I'm holding the back of my leg. Looks like I got my fingers in my ass. She head all fucking suds up. Blood coming down my lip. She just opened the door and she was like, I want nothing to do with that. I don't know what you're doing. She just closed the door and left. I understand that. Well, it didn't look good. That's for sure. Right now, Minuteman Press, we used to be Paul Signs on my side of things. And Paul Signs' colors were red and black and white. So I had a lot of red and black shirts. A lot of supplies came from Canadian Tire, so I was going to Canadian Tire a lot. Every time I went in there, every time. Not once, I did not have this happen. People were going up to me, do you know where this is? And can you tell me what aisle this is in? At first, I was like, I don't work here. I don't know where that is. And it kept happening. So I was like, let's get a little more clever with it. So people were coming up to me, and they asked me where something was, and I was like, oh, 14. Let's turn around and walk away. It'd been really cool if that's actually where that was. But actually, even now it would be cooler if it wasn't, and they just wandered around the store and what happened there. And then eventually, I was going into the store, they asked me where something was. I was trying to come up with the aisle number before they even said what it was. They'd be like, do you know where that? I was like, 16. And just turn around and walk away. Then there was one time, I was trying to buy a set of screwdrivers. I got fired for shopping on my shift. Ridiculous. Can't even believe they would do that. I have a company called Blind Spots. I'm not really going to touch on that, but I had one of the Blind Spot shirts on. And I was in Walmart one day. This lady approached me. She was like, excuse me. I just paid for my stuff, walking out of the store. She's in the customer service to return something or whatever. She was like, hey, I used to work there. And at this point, this was a company I started probably within the year. And she was telling me she used to work there. And this has really happened. And so I was intrigued, started talking to her. And it turns out she thought my shirt said Blind Sports. Caught my attention even more. I was wondering where you go to watch this shit. How cool would that be? I don't know what sport wouldn't be entertaining to watch in that kind of situation, if you know what I mean. But she said after she got hit with the second javelin, she was done. And I'm surprised the first one didn't kill her. Not that I was the one that threw it or anything. I don't want to sound like that, but back to the Minuteman Press crowd. This is some fond memories of managers and owners here. I got a couple memories that all stick out to me. I'll start with Mr. Webster. There was one time we were on a bowling banquet, and we came back to Mike Senior's place. And it was a fond memory that I had. Chris comes running into the place, and he's like, I'm putting on the Superman costume, I'm jumping in the lake. And it was the start of April. And that really stands out. It never happened. But the fact that he was that enthusiastic about it really stands out in my head. Me and Mike Jr. hung out a lot. And one thing that stood out in my mind, there was one night that we were running stop signs trying to make it to mini golf before it closed. Those times gone by. That was a fun time, fun night. I remember, I don't know, it was right when I met Chantal, or after, and she used to talk with an accent. Lost it sometime along the way, but hey, you know, those things happen in this country, I guess. That I'm not going to mention.
I'll hold my hair later.
So, maybe she'll bring it back for you, baby. I don't know. Mike Sr. He does have a bit of a temper sometimes. I always picture there's the possibility that someone's going to get fired for getting mud on the design room carpet. And I'm pretty sure we were real close some days. I wanted to try to make a step ladder joke for Dan Ladder, but he's not here, so we're not even going to bother with that. But so hoping that this woman had some kids or where it is, and then we're going to get that. Bed Bath & Beyond. No more. They all closed down. I didn't shop there much. It doesn't much matter to me. But the store that was inside there was Bye Bye Baby, which was a really friggin' weird name to name a store that sold baby supplies. For the longest time, I thought that was an abortion clinic. There's a pivot and turn. I'm not pro-abortion. Because no one's a pro at something they only done a couple times. I should have been a doctor because of my handwriting. I can't even read it. That was just a little preview of where this could go. Not too long ago, maybe a month ago, I had this thought. Flowers, when you buy them and they cut them, are the flowers dead as soon as you cut them? Or they slowly die while you have them on your kitchen table or on a table throughout your house and you're just playing them? Are they just slowly dying there, or they're already dead as soon as you cut them? Like, if they're still alive, maybe while you have them, it's kind of like an ICU, maybe palliative care situation for them, where you're just trying to show them the best time possible as they slowly have their last days. And that plant food, the flower food, I don't think that's flower food at all. That's probably, pretty sure, a mix of highly potent psychedelics that really shows them a good time for the last couple of days. And the reason I think that is because I ate it back. It fucking changed my life. None of you should ever eat a pack of that, though. It didn't change my life in a good way. So just like wandering around day to day, see all these vehicles on the road. Some people are doing some really weird shit with their cars. One thing that's not that weird, but like, to be honest, I think the stupidest car on the road is a fucking smart car. And how weird is that? Thanks, folks. You guys are laughing good at that one. But like stickers and shit on cars, you've seen lots of weird stuff going on there. I don't know if any of you work for like a print shop or anything. I do. So I'm kind of like in the sticker business. If you know anything about that. You know, people are buying like $60,000 cars and putting Pokemon down the side of them. Like, and I'm not trying to point out some sort of race or anything, so if that went in your heads, you guys are the ones that are racist. So, there's the trunks full of stickers. You see that around? People got fucking 60, 70 stickers on their trunks. So, the kind of thing we had in our head, or I had in my head, but pretty much I shared with probably some of my coworkers over the years, is that I would like to print a sticker that said, "I suck dick for stickers," and slap that on one of those fucking cars. See how long that lasts. I'm sure it lasts a little while until one of their friends maybe pick up on it or something. You ever see the fucking back windshield with a cat on it? The tail's on the windshield wiper, flopping around? Do you guys think that's cool? I don't. I think it's pretty fucking stupid. Everyone I've seen has fucking damage to the bumper because they can't see out the fucking back window and they're backing up into shit. Old cat ladies. I don't know. If you don't own fucking more than 10 cats, you shouldn't have one of those in the fucking back windshield, that's for sure. Some cars have eyelashes on the fucking headlights. How weird is that? I never wanted to buy a car, a drink, up until I seen one of those, and I was like, hey, how you doing, you know? These jacked up trucks going around. Some people are fucking putting a set of nuts on the fucking trailer hitch to the truck. Like, buddy doesn't have enough nuts. He has to slap a fucking set on his truck. Like, it's ridiculous. I just want to be driving around with a set of bolt cutters so I can hop out and start neutering trucks at traffic lights. So that's the kind of shit I like. But I'll just wait to see a truck going down the road sometime. Set of nuts on it. Set of eyelashes on it. That guy pulls into his mechanic and says, "I got problems with my training." I don't know if any of you guys ever been in one of those sex stores around town without selling all those toys. They got all these remote control toys in there. You know, when I first bought one, I bought two now. These things go for like $250. Those Wii Vibes and shit, they're Bluetooth and fucking remotes and shit. You're like, you first buy one, and you're like, oh yeah, wear it in public. I'll have the remote, that'd be cool. And I'll be like, yeah, alright, maybe she'll forget about it. I can surprise her and fucking, that'd be great. Well, that'd be great. Unless I forget about it. Or you forget about it. 2. Oh, for dinner. Next thing you know, the fork hits the floor, you go to pick it up and the remote's in your pocket, sets off, her eyes roll back in her head, she hits the floor, it looks like she's having a seizure, you're on the phone with 911 in like fucking 2 seconds, fucking, like my girlfriend's having a seizure in the middle of the restaurant, they show up, they're kind of pissed off because of what happened, once they realize what's going on. Yeah, it can get real bad, so I don't suggest going outside in public at all. And even if you wake up the next morning, you're late for work, fucking maybe she still has it in. Another recipe for disaster there. Won't totally go where I had that. But losing the car. Goes off, she hits a speed bump, drives the car in the harbor. But anyway, I know, kind of random, but like, I'm just throwing some of this stuff together, so it's very. Here's one. It's got a bad word in it that might be a little sensitive to people. But have you all been in traffic before? You know what traffic is? That's where road rage starts. You know where? What could develop from road rage? Road rape. And road rape, let me explain it to you. Someone pulls up, says something sexually explicit, and then drives off. They might go, "Suck my dick!" Yell that out the window and pull off. You didn't even have a chance to defend yourself. They caught you at a vulnerable time, and they took advantage of it. And that's what I call road rape. So one time, had a few drinks, maybe shouldn't have been driving, maybe. You know, I didn't take the breathalyzer, I'm not sure where I was at. Go through the Bristol's, it says low balance, and I'm like, fuck. How does the fucking Bristol know I had a couple drinks and my balance isn't very good? But it's not the first time someone's been on the bridge and didn't have very good balance. Just saying, no. I'm sorry. But that's just part of it.
That's why they build the gate.
I don't know if any of you guys had some friends that had some crazy nicknames. I had a few. One time I was sitting around with some weed distributing alcoholics when I was a teenager, because that's just part of my friend circle. And we were playing cards, and this guy looked at me and he's like, "You look like Quark from Star Trek." This guy was a Klingon, and he had this huge thing going across his head that turned into his ears. He said, "Yeah, Quark, that's your new nickname, Quark." That was the only day I was ever called that nickname. But two other nicknames came from that, Quark and Quang. And those lasted a whole long time with my friends from high school. I don't know how that all developed, but my mouth's getting real dry. My dad, because my last name, or my middle name is David, he used to call me Compact Disc, CD, call him David. And that just shows you the kind of person my dad is. A little bit. So, one of the first girlfriends I ever had, grade 5, like this is in the high school, all of a sudden she starts calling me Pylon, and still to this day, I have no idea why she calls me Pylon. I don't look like a traffic cone, do I? I didn't think so. But Colin, from Colin, you can understand that. Look like an asshole, I guess. One of my friends just called me that because that was the way he said it. And he called me Colin. And then, in high school, we used to go in the woods at lunch hour and smoke some weed with a certain group of people. And I always wore this Adidas jacket and some Adidas track bands. So then I got this name, the Penguin. So I just like when we were out there stoned in the woods at lunch hour and walk around like a penguin, you know, try to get a few laughs out of them. And my best friend that we were always together, he didn't look like much of anything, but they started calling him Deer Boy. It just, he had a name too. But if we both had our tracksuits on, we would be Adidas Boys. Anyways, is there any kind of nicknames? You guys, what kind of craziest nickname that a friend or something had? Anybody?
Cunt.
Cunt? You had a buddy named Cunt?
I never said he was my buddy.
No, ex-girlfriend maybe?
There you go.
Okay. Well, that's not kind of like a nickname. It's not like you had a group of people that called her that or something, like from high school, or a family name or something.
You never said it wasn't a family name.
Okay. Anyways, they're trying to get me off. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Colin Hutchinson on YouTube. Anybody should check it out. I got some comedy videos on there, a couple little short things. More to come. I'm Colin Hutchinson. Thank you very much.